Okay, so good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and welcome back in today's class. So in the last 2 days, we discussed about what is business analyst, what is business analysis, and yesterday we discussed about the stakeholder, a lot of the management, but yes, about the stakeholder, that what is stakeholder, who is stakeholder, and how I can connect with my stakeholder, what responsibilities a stakeholder have, and what, when, where, what type of stakeholder I need to be use. Okay. Now, as per the agenda, we have a next topic called the enterprise analysis. Before I go in this area, what do you think? What is the enterprise? Do you have any idea what is the enterprise? Okay, no problem. Let's proceed. So enterprise is, if I say my company is an enterprise, right? It is an enterprise because it is a system of one or more organization and solution they use to pursue a shared set of common goal. Very important. Like if I say that I am working in the manufacturing industry, you also working in the another manufacturing industry, but we shared a very set of common goal. Maybe we can say definitely earning money is one of them. I can say that making the environment good is the another set of goal which an enterprise or organization have. This solution can be a process, tool, or information. Now, if you take example, if you need to be travel from outside your country, you need a visa. For that, you go to the visa site, you apply for the visa, you go to the visa office, you done your biometric and done. Now they are using a process and they have an information and they have a tool as well. They don't care that you are big or small, you are fat or thin, you are ugly or good. They don't care. Their work is that if they're getting any application, they have to process that with the help of some tool. And in case you need some information, when I will get my visa, is it allowed in the flight? That is the information they provide. Now, for the purpose of business analysis, enterprise boundary can be defined related to the change and a need. Remember, yesterday we discussed about the need. What is need? Need means any problem or opportunity to grow. That is a need, and change is the transformation to fulfill that particular need. But it did not constrained by the boundaries of legal entity. It is not that okay, I have a need, like if I'm earning, why? Because I want to feed my family. That is a need. But it doesn't mean that I'm settling down myself there only. I have another boundaries as well. I want to establish myself in the society. That is my legal need. I want to run my own company or maybe associated with a company. So now if we say on the overall picture, enterprise may include any number of business, government, and any type of other organization. It means if you're working in a company, that is a enterprise for me, which have some common goal, which has a solution, process, tool, and information. Like if you go to the visa office and say, hey, my mobile is not working, they will not fix. Why? Because that is not their process. They cannot provide you the information. And in the same way, if you go to the, what I can say, if you go back to the mobile shop and say I need a visa, he cannot give you the visa because that is not in the common goal, because he don't know, he don't have that information, he don't have any process, he don't have any tool for the same. The question come, why as a business analyst I need to be understand the enterprise. like you said that you are be learning this BA part. Like if I take example of the Bikola or Hitesh, they are working in a company. Let's take my example. I'm working in a company. Okay. When I joined a company previously or now or before as well, everybody say now you should align your goal with the goal of the company. What is the goal of my company? To make the customer happy, to get a more business for my company. Valid point. It's 100% valid point. I can say why? Because they hired me for a common goal. They want to achieve, they want to get a good business. They hire me there and they ask me now you also have one goal in your appraisal cycle that you should get a good CSAT, customer satisfaction score. You should get a good appreciation. You should get a more business from the customer to us so that we grow and you also grow in that particular area. Enterprise analysis is a knowledge area. Now it is important point to be understood. Enterprise analysis is a knowledge area which describe the business analysis activity that take place to identify. I'll come back to the here to you. Okay. Now if I tell you Funmi, that you need to work in a mechanic shop. Okay. You said okay, Atul. On the day one, when you go to that mechanic shop, are you able to do some work on the any of the car or any of the bike? Thanks, Bikola. So Bikola, question here. The question is that we are talking about the enterprise. Your company in which you are working, my company where I'm working, are the organizations or the enterprises. Yeah. And when you join that company, it was told to you, Bikola, your goal should be in line with the company goal. Company has a target to achieve a revenue of the $2 million by end of this year. They put the same goal in your appraisal as well. That how much you can support. It means you need to be talk to your business partners, identify the issues or the gaps in their area and give that gaps to your management so that they can build a business case and they can go forward. Now the question comes, if I am a business analyst, why I should be learn about the enterprise? Why you need to know about your company? Or why you need to be know about your customer? What do you think, Bikola, on this part?
If you know about the company, the customer, then you can imagine, you can start thinking more in a broad manner,
What? Okay. These are very, very heavy words. Very heavy words. Give me a layman language answer. Welcome, Hitesh.
Well, I mean, enterprise analysis, you understand the vision.
It's not analysis. It's just why you need to understand
it's good to understand the vision of the company so you can align your goals with them.
Okay. So when you say that we need to be understand the company, how you will understand the company?
There'll be operating procedures, the company's the company has a whole documentation on what we do, why we do that.
Too much. If I say, Bikola, I want to understand your and your family life, will you open everything in front of me? You will not tell those things which is not required for me. Then how I can understand you or your family? So Hitesh, the question is that being a business analyst, definitely you are on a position now. Who joined with the guest user again? We have one more guy. Is Suraj is there?
No idea. Yeah, what's your question, Atul?
Okay, the question is that if when you join a new company or any company, your manager says that Hitesh, your goal should be aligned with the company goal. Okay.
Okay.
You said okay. You said okay. It means you need to be bring a business for the company. Correct?
That's right.
Right. Now the question comes, being a business analyst, why it is important for you to understand your customer? Why not on the day when you go and start working with their requirements or those problem statement?
I think it's
Why?
to alter the approach. Yeah.
Go ahead,
Sorry,
go
go
ahead,
on.
go ahead. No, I'm
Okay.
done with my question. Go ahead.
Okay. So I was just thinking maybe to, so I mean, it's very important to understand your customer base, because basis on that, you would be able to understand what solution, what service that you're going to cater, and maybe frame some structure or customize solution, whatever. So yeah, knowing customer is important because we can alter the approach of asking questions relevant to the industry.
Okay. Now
Maybe we can publish some research.
I,
Yeah.
I put one line in between. You said, Atul,
Okay.
it is important to understand so that we can provide a customized solutions and all the things. Very, very heavy words. Very heavy words. Before that, don't you think that I need to be understand what business customer is doing?
Definitely. Like I mentioned, the industry they are into.
Correct, correct. So if I say, okay, Hitesh, you are working in a telecom industry, or let's say Bicola is working in a medical industry.
Okay.
Before Bicola start working on the solutioning part, she need to be understand that what is the meaning of operation, what is the meaning of the operation theater, what doctors do in the operation theater, why they switch on the light, why they put the mask on their face, why they change their dress or uniform. That is the thing. When
Right.
you understand the business, then you're able to understand the problem statement. It is a well saying, until you will not put your feet in the other one's shoes, you cannot bear the problem. You cannot understand the problem. And this is what
That's right.
we are talking about, the business analyst here. Bicola and Funmi, any question on this part?
No question, I understand.
No
Okay,
question.
good. Now the question come here. So what we discuss is like, if you understand enterprise analysis is a knowledge area which describe the business analysis activities that take place to identify the business opportunity. Like if I give my example. If I give my example, before I kick off this training, I done the enterprise analysis. I notice that there are the trainers, there's a very good trainers as well in the BA area. I'm not saying very good trainers. I'm inspired from a lot of them, but maybe they're charging very heavy. Maybe they are not easily reachable. Like you and me are reachable. You ping me, I reply back to you. Maybe if I connect with them, they did not reply me for the 5 days, 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, maybe 1 month, 2 months. I'll give you an example. On the LinkedIn, I connected with a person. Okay, it's now more than 6 to 7 months now. Connected, he said, Atul, we're looking for some resource. Do you have a training done on your batch? I said, yes, I have. I said, okay, I'll share the details. And last week his birthday was there, so I wish him on the LinkedIn. That time that guy came back to me, oh, I missed out your message. So they are busy. So I done a enterprise analysis here to find out the business opportunity. Shall I go with a big BA course for the 30, 40 or 70, 80, 90 hours, or shall I go with the small business analysis course? Identify the business opportunity, build a business architecture. How I can deliver this BA training to you? I know I added you and other guy in the group on the day one, but I keep you hanging for some time because in the background I was working on the architecture. When I can kick off, what is the syllabus, what is the content, what presentation I need, and finally I determine the project investment. If there's a 10 students in this batch, how much I am earning. If there's a 3 students in my batch, how much I am earning. If there's a 1 student in the batch, what I'm getting. Investment, and finally implement the business. And I kick off this training now. So the question come here, does this really differ from the enterprise architecture? If so, how? Yes. So unless I did not understand the training industry, I cannot do the analysis here. This is what we always say. If you are sitting with your client, make a good relationship. Understand their problem, because if you are sitting with their client at their own place, you will come to know a lot of things, their problem area, and then You can use your expertise to support them. It can be one small requirement from your perspective, but it can be very big business benefit for them. Clear this point? Till this point, all clear? Bikola, Hitesh, and
Yes.
Fanmi. Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I come to this diagram here. It's little not good one. It's blurred one. But what enterprise is saying here? This is the business architecture you can see in the inside. Means what business is the doing? Like if you go in your company says that I am a service provider. I am a service provider of the maintenance projects, support project, consulting projects, finance projects, all the things I'm doing it here. So this is the business architecture. Under that, they have a different value streams. Or maybe if I say these four are the inner part. Organization, who and where. I am working in a company, that is who. Where is this headquarter? Maybe I have a very small company, but headquarters is a very fine place. People surprise that part, and it is actually important. Okay, then information. What I am doing here. What capabilities I have with me. Like if tomorrow if you say, Atul, after this course, can you provide me training on the SAP? Maybe I have a capability. I said, yes, why not? I can do it for you. And how is the value streams. This value streams is very big word nowadays in the agile methodology. A very big term. What they're saying, value streams is like your different departments, or maybe a different segments, or maybe a different LOBs in your company. Like if I say I'm working for a company where I'm working on a service now for one of the implementation part, I have a different value streams. Someone is from the finance, one is from the finance but account receivable, one is in the finance account payable, one is in the finance salary, one is the finance tax. These are the four value streams for me. And to support them, we have a background here. So we have a, but I can say product and services. Atul Grover is selling the product. Business analyst training. Atul Grover is selling a product or a service now training here. I have a metrics and measurements. After every course, I ask the feedback. I ask for the recommendations. I ask for the drawbacks. I ask for the negative feedback so that I can improve that. Decisions and events, when and where. When I'm going to start a new batch and where it will be happen. Maybe if I put on some social platform that guys, I'm available for a in-person training. Maybe I got 100 of nominations in a quick manner. Due to multiple reasons, it's not happening. But if I say it will be, I have a projects and initiatives. Like this training is one of the project for me, and this is an initiative for me now. This is my second experimental batch. Usually, if I say this is my first experimental batch, practically, which I want delivered in the 2019 was something different. But I say it is a second experimental batch for me. I have a vision, strategy, and a tactics. That how long I can think this training will be work out for me. What strategy I should follow for the same. I have a stakeholders on the same part. I have a policies here. If you will not attend the training for the 3 days continuously, I'll kick you out. If you do the wrong things on the WhatsApp group, I will kick you out. I have a policies. I have a regulations. I have a rules to run this particular enterprise. Like if you are absent in a company for the continuous 5 days, maybe they abscond you quickly. So enterprise is a combination of everything. Now, if you're thinking, Atul, in my company, this is the thing I know. Maybe it will fit in somewhere in that particular area only. This is required for a business analyst. Where I should go, what should I know? So whenever we join a new company, there is a training given to us about that company, what business they are doing. how they are doing, what's their process. Why? So that once you understand the pain, then you can understand their business and you can provide the solution to them. Correct? Any question till this point?
No.
Hitesh, Fanmi.
No question.
Okay.
Good. Now let's go to the where I can go. This one. Business architecture fundamentals. This one done, right? Yep. Now, few things which is required to understand from the fundamental part. When you say why I'm saying fundamental, that everybody say, the child say he's my father, she's my mother, she's my sister. But the fundamental says who is father, who is mother. So whenever, if I'm taking again back example, if you join a company, they said, okay, we are giving a insurance to you and your family. And they mention the word family in the double quotes. Why? Family means a immediate blood relationship with you. It can be your father, it can be your mother, it can be your sister if she's unmarried. It can be a spouse, wife, it can be a child. But it cannot be your mother-in-law or the father-in-law, because there's no blood relation you have. So that fundamental we have to be clear. And I'm again telling, being a business analyst, we should be very careful and clearly on our fundamental part. People play the game on the words. People play the games. If I give you example, and I'll use the same word. Stop, don't go. Stop, don't go. All these two sentences have the same words. In Hindi, if I say Hitesh, maybe you can understand, but English I give. Roko, mat jane do. Roko mat jane do. So these are the fundamentals of the words. The both sentences have a same number of words. Roko, mat, don't stop. Let them go. Roko mat, don't stop. Let them go. So these fundamentals need to be clarified here. So when you are working, we are working as a business analyst, we have to be understand the business need. Define the business need, and how you can define the business need until unless you will not understand the enterprise. I'll show the screenshot which give you the clear picture of all these steps as well. So once you understand, then you have to define the business problem. I'm running a good company. Why should I hire you to improve my things? Until unless you will not go and tell that this is your problem, boss. I tell you, these are very famous pictures available on the Instagram. Netflix don't need your money. They need your sleep. More you, because if you give them their sleep, they will earn the money. Correct? So like packed food, they need to make your habits little change so that their business can grow. They understand this thing and they're giving to us. Why the delivery is available at the doorstep? To make you helpless. Why? Because if you get a home delivery, it means you will always require something to be support. You say, okay, I need a rice, let me order. It will come in the 5 minutes. So they define the business need. My customer need this thing. Maybe customer don't require, but they build something for you. That is one of the very biggest part. Very. If you put any example around this, let's put some example here. Check your scenario, outside scenario, around your scenario. What are the companies there? What are the organizations there who actually build their product on the basis of that only? Bikola, what do you think? Do you think is there any company who Actually, you don't require that service, but they build the service only for you to make you realize that yes, you need this thing. If you will not take this, you will not able to grow.
I have no idea.
Think something. I tell you, TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Right.
OTT platforms, maybe. OTT
Yes,
platform.
definitely.
Yeah.
If you open that Instagram, I'm 100% sure you will waste your 2 or 3 hours immediately. You will not realize even. What you just scroll. You are not seeing that someone is getting money in the background, and you're losing your time in that frame. So these are the company who says, hey, people are posting in the Facebook. Let me make something where they can put the short things as well and they can earn money. Something build the Instagram on the place. That is the thing. So you have to be define the business need here. And it should be aligned with the business objective. Companies running a automobile business and you say, oh, okay, let's build a cycle now. Come on. Is it be aligning with the business goal? No. But yes, if you bring a problem statement for in front of them, boss, petrol is getting very higher rate now. People are working. Let's build a cycle which has been less in the budget so that people can purchase. Then it will be good. But it's not like you are saying in everything in the bubbles or in the air only that, oh, we can do this thing. Then assess the capability gap. How the company getting the deals by seeing this and this thing. I identify that Victoria is good in the service now. And in the training, I identified she's not good in the analysis part. I identify her capability gap. And I put a thought in her mind. Will you attend my BA training? She said yes. For me as a businessman, even though these trainings are not a business for me, but if I speak from the businessman perspective, my job done. I get a one client. Now, if this batch gets successful, she will forward my link to the number of clients. My deal, my work done. So I need to be assess the capability gap, current capability and the current state, and what you can bring in the new capability. But in this, if you see, there are two words are the requirement and the assumptions. In tomorrow's call, we will discuss about the requirement, that what is a requirement and what is assumption. Assumption is something which you assume can be happen and cannot be happen. Maybe after this training, you all three are not happy with my way of delivering the training. You put a bad words in my recommendation. That is my assumption. Maybe you are so happy with this training, you refer me 10 more person and say, Atul, run a batch, I'll support you in that area. That is the capability gap. And then determine the solution approach. Alternative generates and assumption and constraints are addressed in the future state. If I need to go on the, let's example, if I want to move 100% on the training area, I have a assumption. I will get a lot of business, or maybe I can say I will get a lot of participants, but constraint. Maybe my availability to my family will be less. I need to be travel a lot. My health can be hampered. I need to be work in the different time zones. These are the constraints which in the future state, until unless I will not build a complete model, then I cannot come to this place. And finally, ranking and selection of the approach is addressed to define the design option. No. I am not in the mood of going to full-time training. Let's have as a passion only. Like I delivered the guest lectures in the colleges. That is one of my passion. That is again going to be happen on Friday. I have a topic of the business is going to deliver for one of the college in Delhi. So that is my approach. And finally, I have to define the solution scope. What I'm going to build via this particular solution. It is not I'm going to build if I'm a builder and you come to me, hey, I need a flat. Can you build it for me? Yes, I can build. You have something in your mind, but I build only 2 BHK. Come on, I need 5 BHK, private swimming pool, good garage, good garden. Boss, what is the scope of the solution? Let's define that. You will get 2 bathrooms, 2 bedroom, fully furnished, kitchen fully furnished, complete western sides, 1 gallery, 1 open gym for you with a 2 or 3 crore. There is a solution scope you have to be defined. Until you will not define, customer will kick you out at the end of the day. Why? Because he will expect a lot of things. I'll not take the name of that particular person, but one of my previous manager in my last third or fourth company, he said, I was working for a project. He said, Atul, always remember when you're talking to these guys, they're from the, I guess, some legal side. They always demand the sky. I thought he's just making a joke. I did not realize that part. Okay, but once we have a first go live, and after go live, we have so many open issues. We need this, we need that. Then I realize his words. They demand for the sky because I missed out the scoping part here. That was in this go live, I'm giving only this much scope, which I missed out. This is a learning for me then. And then finally define a business case. Business case, we will do a practical as well for this, that what is the business case. Generally at the stage where maybe Hitesh, it is for good for you, but not for, I'll not recommend for Bukola for you or fund me to go for the business case, because this is not a easy task. Business case is something, if let's take example, I'm running this trainings for the passion. Okay, 30-40 minutes I can spend in a day, I can running that part. You have a good context in the education industry, Hitesh, Bukola and Funmi. You make a case for me. Atul, let's collaborate. Timings as per you, fees as per you, location as per us. Travel, accommodation, visa we will provide. In the month, 20 or 50 days you have to work. That is the thing business skills building in front of me. Or not in front of me, you are building a business case for to get me in your business now. Because we have to just get the candidates. We'll bring the candidates. Atul to speak, Atul to give a time. Why we worry? One candidate, 1 month course done. You are free. But who will be bearing for the 15 days? It's Atul need to bear for the 15 days. So build the business case in that area. I'll give you the one exercise, maybe not today or tomorrow. But in between somewhere I give you the exercise on that part. Any open issue question on this front? Then I'll go to the forward part.
All okay, Atul. Okay.
Bukola, Funmi.
No question at all.
Okay. Good to go then. Okay. Let me come on this part. So when these are the 5 points which a business analyst need to be understood before he started the work. That is called the enterprise analysis overview. This is required to be understand. I'm saying maybe you are directly involved in that. Maybe you're not directly involved in that. Till date, my experience, I work only 1 or 2 maximum for the business case. I'm not interested in the business cases. My PMs or my DMs, they do that part. I'm not interested in these particular things, but I need to be understand the process here. The first part says creating and maintaining the business architecture. And what are the inputs? Strategic plan, goal, or objective. Every company at the start of the financial year has some goal in their mind. Have a objective in their mind to achieve at the end of the year. They have some business problem. Suppose if Bukola is Bukola is working for a company X, and Bukola client is company Y. Why they're giving business to company X? Because they have some problem in their business. to meet that to meet that objective, they have a problem in their mind, and to do that part, they have the current state of the business architecture, so that they give this part to their, I can say, the service provider. On the basis of that, what output they'll be getting? They're getting the business architecture framework. By seeing this problem, by making the problem or mapping the problem with the goal and understand the as-is process, they create a business architecture framework. That how this business will be look like. I'll show you something in the upcoming slides as well. They have a business architecture artifacts. Artifacts is something which can be in the form of the small chunks, maybe some documentation, some videos, some presentations, some white papers, some reports. Those are the artifacts. Then you have to be align the business problem in the business architecture with the opportunity, that what problem statement I'm going to be sort out. So like company CEO says, I want to implement robotic process automation or RPA in my company by end of this year. That is his goal. Problem statement. We have no experience, or we have nobody in our company who know this RPA. To do that part, I hired someone and who will align the problem opportunity to the business. Maybe this is a high level CEO say that lower down, the maybe CX guys or maybe the DMs or some other guys will start working on the problem statement. Okay, RPA is very big. What do you want to do in the RPA? They start working on this area. So when I say I'm working in a project for that implementation, it is coming from this particular area only to me. It is not coming to easily that to me. It is coming from the multiple phases by this, then it come to me. Like recently, I read a news. I forget that which bank. It is not HSBC. I forget. There's a one bank who entered into the world of the metaverse. It's a very non-bank. I forget. It's not HSBC, something else. They entered into the world of the metaverse. To enter in that part, they done all these things. They have their goal. They have the gap. Why I should enter into the metaverse? Because now people are not ready to move. They're sitting at a home. They want to order something from the home. Let's build some environment for them which give a feel that they are sitting in the bank and they'll be working from or making the request from there itself. Then the conducting feasibility test. Very important. My CEO said, I want to enter into the metaverse. He done and dusted. He said it's done and dusted. I need. Boss, what is the feasibility? Feasibility means you have to be see. You have to see that it is actually feasible for us or not. Feasible in the sense of the technology. Feasible in the sense of the finance. Feasible in the sense of the maintenance. Feasibility in the sense of the implementation. So we have to do the feasibility study. Like if tomorrow I said, Hitesh, I want to become a doctor. Can you talk to your wife and give me tips and tricks? He will say, Atul, are you mad? Have you done some feasibility study? Doctor is not that easy job. You have to be spent 4 or 5 hours to do your MBBS. Then you can go for the MD. You're already 37, Atul. Why you want to do this MBBS now? Till the time you've done your doctorate, then you will become 50 or 40 plus. It needs 5 or 7 hours for practice, and then you become a good doctor. If all goes well, only then. So this is the place where we do the feasibility study. And we see what outcome it give. It give the business feasibility study. It put a strategic alignment. It put a technical alignment, and it provide the alternative solution. Alternative solution is one of the thing which is we come here. Okay, let's not go by X way. Let's go by the Y way. We can achieve the outcome, but let's go by the Y way. Then determining the project scope. When you identify the problem statement, then it becomes the project for you. And what is the project scope? We have to be defined here. So you can see everybody output is becoming the input for the next phase. So there's alignment already. It's becoming here. See all the things, and then you're determining the project scope. Like before I started this training, I done this two part. I done the architecture part. What is the problem statement in the market? I done the feasibility study. How many trainers are available? What they are charging? How much time they'll be giving? What is their way of talking? What the example they're giving? I go to some of the videos as well, understand the things, and then I put my scope here. I did not tell anyone, or maybe I did not tell you guys that, guys, I'm giving a business analysis training, come and join me. No, I said I have a defined scope of this project. If you are interested, come. If you're not interested, don't come. And if you remember that I put this as an experimental batch. Why experimental? Because I'm doing the experiment on you guys by delivering the training. Maybe you are happy at the end of the training, maybe you're not happy at the end of the training, but it is a experimental for me. So I put the outcomes. What I'm expecting here for the business scope is that root cause, option selected, product description, assumptions, constraints, all the things will be here. And then I prepare a business case to launch into the market. And guys, I'm starting a new batch of the business analyst. If you want to join, please connect with me. That is the thing. I do the business case. Along with this, it is not the end of this analysis. Along with this, I done the initial risk assessment. Maybe it is a third day. After 10 days, you say, Atul, you are so boring. We cannot continue with you. We are skipping this training now. Maybe I done the initial risk assessment as well. If someone goes in between the training, shall I charge the full fees, half fees, no fees, what I need to do? And at last, I prepare the decision package. What is the decision package? That what, how, when, by way I'm going to be deliver this particular thing. So this particular package, now I have a complete plan in my mind that 30 hours training, daily 45 minutes to 1 hour, this much fees, these are timings, this is the exercise, this is the model, this is the diagram, this is the book, this is the presentation. It has been done here now. And finally, I kick off the training in the actual world. So this is the thing which give you the help to understand the enterprise analysis overview, that how a business actually start up, or how a company getting a business, because every other company has a problem statement. And to do that part, initially they do their feasibility test, they do the project scoping, they prepare a business case, they go for the initial risk assessment, and finally they come with the decision package here. Who is the sponsoring? Who is the recommendation? How to enhance this part? Any doubt, any question till this point? Anyone? Bikola, Hitesh, or Fahmi? Interesting, right? Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yes, it is.
Digesting it.
So maybe now the thing should be happen after, because it's the third day. In 1 or 2 more days, whenever you see any kind of a problem statement in your company, these things should come in your mind now. That how, when this has been developed, why it is be there, why it is not earlier there, what problem my customer is facing, all the things will be there. So let me open that. Yes, Hitesh, go ahead.
Sure. So this criteria changes on basis of the company that you work, or these are like an overall core steps or maybe framework that every company follows?
So these are the bullet points. Maybe 1 or 2 can be added more as per the requirement, as per the company way of business as well.
Yeah.
Or maybe 1 or 2 can be less. If it is a small business, they don't do the prepare a business case. It's a small, only 200 people are there. Why should I need a business case?
Right.
Let's proceed further. But yes, they need the initial risk assessment. So
Sure.
it depends. It depends. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if
Cool.
you want to be align yourself with this, so with this we done. Yes. So this is something overall picture enterprise architecture, how it should look like. So we have a vision, we have a current state, we have a future state, we have a roadmap, we have a governance, and last we have a business case. So what we discuss on the top, it's something I copied from the net and I put it here. It's too old. It's 2013. I'm saying yes. So it's 10 or 12 years old. Okay. Now
I assume EA was for, sorry, Atul. I assume EA is for enterprise analysis, right?
it's an enterprise architecture, EA.
Architecture, sorry. Okay.
It's a
Cool.
repository, right? Yeah.
Okay, cool. Go on. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, if we discuss the previous comments or maybe the previous discussion which we have done just 20-30 minutes back, if I broadly categorize this, it have a business strategy, then a business design, then implementation, and then operation. It means if I say the business strategy, mainly business strategy, I have a stakeholder need and expectations. Always remember, you are here because you have a need in your mind. Without need, nothing will be happen. Without need, no idea will be there. Maybe idea is the one of the things which we can say, but without need, nothing will be happen. As we say that invention is the, I guess need is the mother of the invention, right? If you need only, then you will do it. So
yes.
So this is the place. If you want to grow in your career, it means there is a need for you to grow. You have a problem in your mind and you need a change in that by taking the solution on the place. So this is the business strategy. This is something I'm not sure what is this, and there is some external influencer here. These are the stakeholders, my business strategy. Now I want to grow. I want to run a big company, but in the village where I'm staying, government is not supporting. That is the external factors. Not mainly, environment is not supporting. I want to become a farmer and want to go for the farming of the maybe wheat or rice. But where I have a land that is not suitable for either wheat or either for rice, there is the external influencer. Sometimes it's work, sometimes it did not work. Then to do that part, to run that need and expectation, I have the business process on the place. That is a business capability. Tomorrow, if I build a capability in myself for maybe some technical solutioning, maybe scripting or the coding, then I'll say this, I have a capability and I can give a training on that part as well. That is my business processes, how to do that part. That is the here or what to do. Then in the design, we have the business performance indicator, measurement, metrics and the measurement. Once this batch will be over, I ask for the feedback because I want to be evaluate my performance. It's good, it's bad. Maybe now you three are saying, Atul, very excellent session. I'm very much happy. I'm learning a lot because you need now. But after 30 days when this training will be over, hey Atul, what yaar, I wasted my 30 hours. What do you do? So that is an indicator for me, metric. Then transformation. To start transformation example, remember it's a change only. For the need, I need a change, and change means it's a transformation. The way of looking the things completely change. Maybe I saw many examples when people go to my training and people say, Atul, now I'm a key point in my team. I know ServiceNow in depth. I know the basics. There is a transformation we are talking here. It can be technical, it can be process, it can be tool, it can be functional, it can be processes, anything can be there, but it is a complete transformation. And then you have a continuous improvement. In ideal, we have a term called the PDCA, plan, do, check, and act. Why we are in the training now? Because you think, oh, I have a knowledge, but I want to refresh my things. I have an interview after 2 or 3 months. Let me start working on that part. And I give you the one real example. My first ServiceNow training batch was the output of this only. Continuous improvement. There's a one guy who reached out to me. He was 20 plus experience. He said, boss, I want to be learn ServiceNow from you, because that time I was preparing this video. I said, no, I cannot do that part for you. You are so much senior. He said, I want to just refresh my memories of the ServiceNow. I said, okay. 14 days we continuously attended the training, and now he's leading the 5 different projects. Not 5 different. He's leading the 5 different regions in his company and number of lets under that. Now he can speak with the technical team in the technical language, because now his words has been improved. That is a continuous improvement. What do you think that why I'm doing this training? It is not for you or not for me or not for just for money. It is me to make sure that I'm improving myself every training in every hour. I can improve my skill set. And finally, business sustainability. If batch gets successful, I will be sustained for the next batch. If not, then it becomes the red and the down. So these are the things you have to be understand, that if you follow this process, then you will be able to do that. But generally we guys fall here in the transformation, but we fail here because we don't have any idea of these 3 parts in the background. We are not worried about these 2. Nah, we are just worried about this. We fall here, but we fail also here. If you understand these 3, you will understand these 2 as well. If they grow, you also grow as a business analyst, as a company, as an individual as well. Clear point? Any doubt?
No, all clear.
Nicola and Funmi.
Claire, Matu.
Now let's come to the last part. Okay, I guess I just some wrong slide has been there. Business architecture reports to separate. No, that's not required. This one we discuss. Okay. Last point, which is important here. 2 things, RACI and rapid. And in your life, I'm saying in a practical life, always remember the RACI. If you want, you should not, or there should not be any fight happen between you and your spouse. Follow the RACI. Very clearly, I'm telling you. RACI stands for responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. Either you're making a cup of tea, either you're making a presentation, either you're delivering a presentation, either taking your family on the trip, either taking your clients on the round. If you have a RACI in your mind, you will never fail. What R says, responsible person working on an activity. So in this training, we all are responsible guys. I am delivering, you are attending, you are taking that part. If you will not listen carefully, it's your fault as well, and it's my fault as well, because I'm not able to deliver in the proper manner which you want. That is number 1 point. Accountable. Who has a decision authority? I give one example. Generally this problem happen when we go for the shopping. Okay. And it happened with everyone. This is a general example I'm taking. Suppose you and your wife go for a shopping or maybe you and your wife go for a order a cake for your kid birthday. It is first birthday and you are going to a good bakery shop. You said let's have a vanilla flavor. Your wife said no, let's have a chocolate. No, vanilla, let's have a chocolate. Chalo. The things happen and finally you put the vanilla. So she agree on you. Okay. Now on the day of the birthday, the cake came and everybody started complaining. What a good flavor. Now who is accountable? You or your wife? Don't go on the gender part. Just take the point on the example perspective. Who is accountable? What do you think, Hitesh?
The one who ordered.
You both went for the shopping, for the ordering the cake.
So both.
Never possible. Okay, I'll come to that point. Okay, you said both. Because what you say? Who is be accountable?
I think they left the meeting. She had to drop for some things.
So the thing is that who is accountable here, Hitesh, is that your wife says that you are accountable. You said no, you are accountable. But fundamental says for any of the activity, only one person is accountable, never two person be accountable.
Okay.
So at last we say the person whose flavor has been agreed, that person is accountable here. So in your activities, why, and this is very important from the BA part. Whenever you're designing the requirements, you should clarify that who is accountable for signing of this requirement. Is it you or your manager is accountable? Maybe you reach out to the first person and say, yes, I'm okay with the requirement. But later on his manager say, no, why not you ask me? I'm the one who's giving up funding for this. I'm the authority person for this. Then you're gone. So you have to be very careful on the accountable. And never ever two person can be accountable. It is a thumb rule in the ITIL. Never two person can be accountable for a one activity, one step. If in an activity multiple steps, then other person can be accountable for the another step. But for a single step, one person is accountable. If you want to make a cup of tea and you on the gas, then for that activity you are accountable. But if you're making a complete cup of tea, then you are accountable for all steps, starting from on the gas till the putting the glasses back into the cleaning area. Consult stakeholder with you work directly or indirectly. And finally, inform. You are running late for home today. You just informed your wife, hey, I will be late for 2 hours. Don't wait, just have a dinner. That is a inform. But if you want to go to a late night party, you will consult your wife. Hey, I want to be go. Is it okay? But you will be accountable always. She is responsible if something goes wrong. I told you it's night, you should come early, don't drink, don't sit with the friends, but you are accountable. She is responsible as well because she also gave a consent for permission.
Permission.
Yes,
that's right.
And on the side, we have a rapid input, recommended, decide, agree, and confirm. Input means consulting here, this part. Recommending is what decision you are recommending. Maybe we are seeking as an accountable guy here who is recommending. Or D also stands in the same, D is also follow the same area, accountability part. Agree, who all are agree on that part. And perform is a responsible guy. Okay. So these things you have to be clear. Mainly rapid I did not see much, but RACI is very, very, very important to be understand here. Clear point.
Yeah. So basically, when you talk about RACI, the decision driver is the person who is accountable.
Yes.
Or
not
so
driver.
I get it right.
Who has the authority? Don't say driver. Driver can be you as well. But who give a sign off? Yes, go ahead. He's the accountable.
Okay.
And
for every activity, there will be only one accountable person.
Only one accountable. That is
that's a fundamental. Yeah.
Yes, that is a fundamental because it's thumb rule.
Okay.
If school kids are going on a trip and something wrong happen on the trip, then principal is accountable, not the teachers. Teachers are the responsible, but principal is accountable in that. Even though she not went on the trip, but she's accountable because she has to transfer to the community now.
That's right. So basically, head in terms of the hierarchy or whatever. Because
correct.
Yeah. Okay. I think I got this concept now. Yeah. Thank you.
Great. Any other question, Funmi, from your side?
I don't have no question for now.
Okay.
No. So for me as well.
Okay. So let me stop the recording here and we will proceed for our attendance part.